What is going on, good people? It's your boy Glenn Lawrence. I am back with another episode of the Blurred Dad Podcast, a space where we like to have unfiltered conversations and nerd out about fatherhood. And we like to talk a little bit about what I'm doing every now and then. And I just want to catch people up. I had a great comedy week. Comedy was amazing this past week. I got to headline a show. It was sold out. That was cool. That was dope. Everybody was like cheering. The good thing, here's what I said. People were like, how did the show go? I was like, it was great. People laughed and nobody asked for their money back. So that's a success. That's a win right there. You know what I mean? No one was demanding refunds. So I feel like that was good. And then I got to host another show for veterans growing America. That was very, very fun. And then I competed at Paris Sachet's 24 New Jokes. And that was dope. I thought it went to the appropriate winner, who was not me. However, I think I had a pretty good show and I had a pretty good joke. It was a new joke, by the way. It was something that was newly written for the thing, or new this year. Is the first joke that I wrote this year, and that went well. So comedy has been going amazing. Got another show coming up February 23rd. That is 7 Black Minutes. And it's not because it's Black History Month. It's just because that's just the next show that I'm doing. Unless you have a show and you want me to come out to do that show, because I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. I got to fill up this calendar. I got to get shows on this calendar and get things filled up, because I'm on a comedy hot streak and I want to keep it rolling before the bombs come in. Because, once you're doing well, it's only a matter of time for them bombs start coming in. So I want to get the hotness. I want to get this hotness. It's like the hot streak in NBA Jam. When you're shooting and you keep making them, you just get on the hot streak. But then the first time, once you miss it, then the hot streak goes away. I'm trying to keep the hot streak going. So that is what is going on in the comedy world. All kinds of other things are going on in the world. And I'm really not going to touch on them too much. But I will say this. We need laughter. Laughter is something that's sorely needed in this world, and I'm hoping to bring it. I hope I've been bringing it, and I'm going to continue to do that. One thing that helps me to continue to do that is my sponsor. My sponsor is amazing. It's theymademewear.it. Yes, theymademewear.it. It's a husband and wife team, and they're on a mission to help dogs discover their fashionable side. So whether it's an awesome Halloween costume, adorable dress, comfy jammies, or a custom designer gown, your fur baby will be wearing the latest fashions. They'll be doing it for a good cause too, because some of those proceeds that you use at theymademewear.it go to Hope for Paws, which is an animal rescue organization that works tirelessly to rescue and save the lives of abandoned animals. I don't know what you're waiting for. Everything's in there. You can feel good about yourself, feel good about your animal, feel good about what you're doing in the world, and you'll look snazzy with your animal to boot. I mean, I don't know how you're going to look, but your animal's going to look good. Your pet's going to look good. So go ahead, check out theymademewear.it. Use code word blurred for 50% off at checkout. Now, we got to get into it, man. We got to get into what we came here to talk about. I got an amazing guest for y'all today. It's going to be really good. We're going to get into this parenting thing, because we are new Black fathers, and we are pushing forward. We're changing narratives, and we're doing great things, man. So I'm very excited to introduce my guest. It's Khairy Creek. He was born and raised on Baltimore City's East Side. He's an electric storyteller, and he captivates the audience with energy, and bringing you into his world of fatherhood, trauma, and opening of the third eye, which y'all know I love. You know what I'm saying? Khairy Creek has performed at comedy clubs such as Hollywood Laugh Factory, Comedy Hype, DC Improv, Baltimore Comedy Factory, Magooby's Joke House, Broadway Comedy Club, and many, many more. He has worked with such comedians as Roy Wood Jr., Nimesh Patel, Levar Walker, Sahib Singh. I work with Sahib Singh. Hey, man, look at that. Oh, man, that Sahib's the homie, man. I knew him, before he blew up. Like, that was crazy. I used to be able to talk to him. Now he's, like, big. He'd be like, who are you? I don't talk to peasants. But, no, I'm just joking. Sahib's a cool dude. He's also worked with Durena, and so many other comedians as well. He's been featured on Comedy Hype's Comedy Basement in 2019. He's a finalist on Kevin Hart's Heart of the City Season 3. He released his debut stand-up special, It's Pronounced Khairy, which has over 13,000 views on YouTube. And he was recently featured on What's in the Bag by, I forget what that is. He's going to tell you what the campaign was. But anyways, I'm going to stop singing his accolades. He's probably tired of hearing of them. But right now, you got to say what's up to my guest, Mr. Khairy Creek. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's up, y'all? For a while, I didn't realize, I was, backstage. And like I was just like, I'm like, yeah, and I was like, damn, he just talking. I'm like, all right. I'm like, maybe I should just shut up. And they're like, oh, I'm backstage. All right, cool, bet. Yeah,
I wouldn't have talked over you. I would have let you jump in there if
bet.
you're
I
like,
was
oh,
like,
he's
bet.
one of these
It took me a
self-aware
second because I'm a
cats who
little
don't
high,
even know.
because I'm a little high, so it took me a little second to realize what was going on. That's just I
But
just had to register what was happening. That's
did you have some fire where you say something like did you have like a good point and you're like, oh, that whole point didn't even get
I
captured?
don't even remember, bro. I don't even remember. I was like, all right, let me just shut the fuck up.
That's hilarious. That's like when you're talking to your kids and you say something and you think that it's registering, but sometimes your kids have you backstage. Like
Nah,
you
facts.
think you're talking to them
My
and they're like,
daughter,
nah, I was listening to Bluey the whole time. Like none of that
if my
registered.
daughter got her tablet, like I just be talking, and she was like, huh? I'm like, all right, bet.
Yeah, man. This it's a whole new world. But what's going on, man? Listen, looking at your accolades, bro. You've been doing a lot. You've been killing it in the comedy streets at the same time being a new father. Because your daughter is how old now?
She just turned 6.
Just turned 6. Okay, so you had a pre-pandemic baby. So you got it in before the pandemic.
Yeah, I had a pre-pandemic baby. Yeah,
I'm telling you, these new pandemic babies, man, they on something different. I don't know.
you're not right in the head, bro.
There's listen, my little one, I mean, I feel like they all came out with their head on a swivel. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just on it. So, but I don't know. That's because I'm a new parent. I don't. You maybe you could tell me because you had your baby was before the pandemic. Like, do they like are they just way smarter than you expected? just off the
Yeah,
rip.
yeah. No, most kids. I don't. I speak for my kid. My kid. Not saying I expected my baby not to be smart, but like my baby, yeah, smart as shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, and like now I'm one of those like, if Billy had 2 apples, I'm trying to be away from being one of those parents,
Yeah.
because she knows all, like she's very advanced. She just be
Mm.
playing around.
She be messing with you.
Yeah, like she always on joke time.
Nice. Well, because now she's 6, so she's like, I call it being online. Like they come fully online. There's like that
Yeah, they
period.
be getting like a personality, like a conscience.
Yeah, like when they're young, they're just kind of doing things, and then all of a sudden it's like they become aware and they have a personality, and there's things that they do like, and things that they think are wrong, things that they're scared of, things that they want to tell you and whatnot. And I feel like like early on they don't have that, and then they come online, and it's like, you're hold on, I gotta treat you fully like a person right now.
Yeah, but see, like the cool thing, like with my daughter, like I feel like she's very emotionally advanced,
Okay.
because like even as like a toddler, like it's like we teach her like to feel her feelings, like how to process them, stuff like that. We all do our best to. So I feel like in that aspect, like she's very advanced. And I don't know, bro. It do feel like one day she just woke up and was just like her own kid. Like it went from being like a baby to like just. But hers kicked. I feel like hers clicked around like 3 or 4. Like,
Yeah.
but like now it's like her big girl personality coming in.
Uh oh.
Yeah, same kid, just like more talkative,
Yeah. More opinionated.
more opinionated is the best way to put it. Yes.
Yeah. I feel like when they're young, if you say anything, they're just like, okay, like that's what it is. And then as they get older, be like, nah, I'm not going with that one. Nope, I don't want to do that. Nope, that and
Why? There's always a why. Why?
there's always why
Why?
and pushback. But
Not
before, if I
encouraging
told it,
why, but
yeah, like if I told him Bluey was an alligator, he'd be like, Bluey's alligator. And you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
he don't really there's no pushback. And then as they get older, like, no, dad, hold on. You're not gonna get me. I don't believe that. It's like you could literally like tell them anything, but nah, man, it's cool. How she handle you like being like having to travel so much for comedy and whatnot? Because I know going out the house, he's starting to. It hurt me when he first started to notice that I was like leaving. He's like, oh, daddy's going, like he's going away, and I'm like, oh damn, he's starting to notice that I'm gone now. Because before, he's like young, so it's like he
Yeah.
don't really register, and now it's like he's starting to register. How's your little girl register you being out so much,
Right.
like getting it in the
Uh,
comedy game?
honestly, man, it's a mix between like me and my daughter have a great relationship. Like I'm very open and like honest with my kid. Where even with her being 6, like one thing that she has stated recently is like she don't like finding out I have a show right before I have a show. Like
Mm,
she would like to know when I find out I have a show. And you know, that was communicated to me. So I started telling her in advance,
right.
I got shows, hey, I got a show tomorrow. Don't forget. All right, cool. And like it's between us having a relationship like that. There's sometimes like if the show has a green room and like you feel me, I can if I have my own green room, yeah, I bring her to the show.
Oh, nice.
I let her kick it. She knows some comedians. Uh, and honestly, the biggest part of that all is me having a village, bro. Like if she's not with me, she's with her mom. If she's not with her mom, then she's with my mom. She's not with my mom, then she with my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone plays a role in some aspect in her life, right? That loves on her, and that she's able to. It doesn't feel like I'm like, all right, well, go ahead because I got a show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I'm going to my Gigi house. Like shit, like it. I remember one time, bro. I want to say I did the Love, so they canceled one of the shows, so we only had one show that night. I'm like, all right, bet. So I go home a little early, and I go like, hey, you know, she's like, oh no, nah, my daughter like, whoa, what you doing? Like, slow up. Like, don't you got another show or something? Like,
Right.
don't you gotta go practice? And then she like, don't you gotta go practice? You gotta go to open mic. Go do your thing. I'm with my Gigi.
Don't mess up my schedule.
Yeah, bro. But she, and again, that goes back to her being like very emotionally intelligent. Like she's able to process. Like I don't want. Like there are nights where like I haven't gone to a show because she like, hey, I don't want you to go to the show. I don't want to go to my GG house. I want to stay home with you. All right, bet.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Fuck it. We in here then.
Yep.
Any
Hey,
more
that's
shows?
it's because were you were doing comedy before you had the kid, or were you doing it like out after?
Damn. I want to say probably maybe that year she was born. Maybe
That's
I
that's what you,
started. I started maybe like exactly a year before she was born.
okay. Well, because what I was going to say is like there's like the shift, like because I was doing comedy before I had my son, and I was doing it for a few years before, right? So it's like you're on a grind, you're out getting it, you know what I mean, traveling back and forth, doing whatever. And then once I had them, it's almost like it shifted where I'm was so excited to be out all night, you know what I mean? I'm cool with the hang or whatever. And now I'm like, I could get home. I could, you know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
energy shifts where you just like, you know what? I would rather be hanging out with him doing, you know, reading a comic book or reading you know what I mean? Like playing with some Legos or something, or just watching him watch Teen Titans or something crazy. You know what I mean? Like I'm cool with that as opposed to like being out getting it.
I feel like for me, like I always like it's always been like that for me.
Mm,
Like like when my daughter was born, like when my daughter was born, I don't think I went to I think I went to a mic like maybe yeah that week. But like I was like all right, I was out for a bit back in the house.
yeah.
Like I remember like every little like I used to play Dragon Ball. My Dragon Ball Fighters came out. I want to say a couple weeks after my daughter was born. She used to fall asleep on my stomach while I played the game, while I played fighters. Like be full blown crying, and then like when she hear the theme song when I'm like about to fight or whatever, she start going to sleep.
Oh, nice. You got to train him. That's what we did when he was young. We would just watch movies and whatever we're doing, we just keep it on regular volume because we
Yeah.
didn't want to like everything's got to be quiet so he could be. And now he'll just sleep through whatever we're doing. You know
Yep.
what I mean? I feel like that's a problem. Everyone's like, we got to make it quiet. We got to do the,
No,
we
because
got to hush,
then
hush. I'm
once
like,
one
nah, don't
noise
do it.
go off, they're gonna wake up. No, you gotta turn it up, put it on 100. Sleep
Yeah,
through
put
this.
it.
How bad you want it? How bad you want this and that? Come on now.
You just got to
Show
train.
me
It's
you
like,
want
hey,
it.
listen, life is going to be happening while you're sleeping, so you need to be.
You gotta get them ready for life.
You gotta
You go ahead,
you gotta
look,
be
look. You
prepared
want a
for it.
nap when you're an adult. You gotta go through some shit to get this nap.
Yeah.
How bad you want to ignore this meeting you in?
Yeah, because I'd sleep through anything, to tell you the truth. But
You
I'm feel
feel
like
me?
I'm a very aware sleeper. Like I could sleep through anything, but if it's something that requires my attention, I'll wake up really fast. Like if something's not right, it'd be like, oh, what? You know what I mean? Like, but if people are like talking about it, just don't bother me. I'll be out and I can sleep anywhere. As a matter of fact, you know what's funny? I'll be out. I used to be out at the club and I would just like fall asleep. Like, well,
Nah, that's wild. Falling asleep at the club, wild as shit.
hey, listen, but I knew how to do it. I would like fall asleep on the wall a little bit, you know what I mean? Or if we had a table, I fall asleep on the table. And somebody be like, hey man, you sleep? I'm like, nah, man, I'm up. I'm good. What's going on? Hey, shots. Let's get it. I just needed a quick like 5-10 minute.
I think that little power nap.
Just a little power nap while nobody was paying attention. I've been tapped on the shoulder many a time, be like, hey, bro. And I'll be like, no, listen. I was thinking about something real hard. That's
like I said, you was snoring in the club. It's crazy.
It's like, yo, snoring in the club is wild, bro. But it's it's a thing. I just accepted who I was at an early age. So I'm like, listen, I'm the snoring in the club, dude. That's what it's gonna be. If I need a nap, I'm taking it. But the thing is, I would like regenerate so quickly off of that. I will be back at it like immediately. Like as soon as someone, no, I'm like, adrenaline, good. What's good? Let's, Oh shoot! So yo, you just I saw you just went out to LA. How was the LA trip?
LA was dope as fuck, bro. Like I ain't want to say nothing while I was out there, like about how like much I enjoyed the trip because I ain't want to jinx that shit. But man, that's probably one of the most fun comedy trips I've had. Like, yeah, like
how long was you out there?
Only about I was there for 3 nights.
Okay, that's a good amount of time, man.
Yeah,
That's
2 nights. Yeah.
That's a good amount of time. You got the full like the fun part. I feel like because I've been out to LA before, like on a comedy trip. I didn't do a lot of performing because I was there like studying, like taking classes and whatnot. But it was like I felt the full like, oh shit, this is like, where life is happening. But then I stayed there like a little bit longer and I was like, oh, okay, I could see why people are like, ooh, this is, it could be like a little bit of a grind. Like I think like the 7th day or so, because I stayed out there for like, I don't know, maybe a week and a half or something. And then like the 7th day, I was like, because the 7th day, it was like, I don't know if you know Brody Stevens. Have you heard of that comedian before? But he was like a comedian. Everybody knew him in LA. Like he committed suicide on like the 7th day there. So all the comedians that I was like everybody was sad like for the last part of it. So I was just like, damn, like, okay, this is tough. Like this is what it is. It could be a real good time, but also this is like emotionally draining. So you just, be prepared for what you want. You know what I mean? So
Stevens. That was recent.
That was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I'll look it up. But yeah, man, it was like kind of the full gamut of like everything you get out there. Cause you go and then you get like the good time, you let the good times roll or whatever. And I was like, yo, this is so good. How could I I'm ready to leave now. I'm ready to like jump ship now. And then like that happened. And it's like, remember, there's still a realness to what we're doing. You know what I mean? So
that was like your that's what like snaps you back to reality.
Yeah, because when you're doing this and you're killing, it's like, yo, I'm quitting my job. I'm just, like, this is like
never, man. I'm sorry, my nigga. I'm sorry. That nigga. I'm not saying like I've never like killed to the point where I'm like, fuck this. I'm quitting my. But like, nah, fuck that. I'm sorry. I need stability a little bit.
Right.
So like for me, it's like all right, boom. When I went out to LA, I stayed with the homie Reese. Shout out to my homie Reese or whatever. He made sure I was good the whole time I was out there. Put a roof over nigga head. You know what I'm saying? Wherever I need to go, make sure I got there. Like real life. You know what I'm saying? Took care of me while I was out there. I appreciate that, bro. But yeah, I went out there. First night went out to a little club situation, whatever. And we hung out on like Hollywood Boulevard. Next day, we kicked it or whatever. We did Chocolate Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
I did Chocolate Sundays. I graduated from Chocolate Sundays. Then I shot some content with OG Nation out there, whatever. But like I understand, I get what you're saying about like how it feels like that. Cause like going out there from like all right, partying one night, then the next night all stand up type vibes. Then doing all my getting to shoot content, then doing more stand up. Like it's all right, cool, this is so fast paced, but like that's because it's a vacation. In my mind, it's like it's fast paced like this because it's a vacation. I don't have to worry about getting up and going to work. I ain't got to worry about picking up my daughter from school. I ain't got to really worry about making sure dinner made, trash checking out. I don't have my day-to-day responsibilities.
Right.
That's why it's so fast paced. So like, yeah, LA is like, it's glamorous or whatever, but it's like, for me, it's like I don't ever want to like go somewhere and have to do the same. Like like if I could go and like it'd be like, I'm not saying guaranteed, but like if there was a better situation there, yeah. But like as far as like quit my job, hell no, bro. Hell no, my nigga.
Uh, Nah. Well, the thing is like like switching from making like this not being full time to actually being full time. Like you're making money off the content, making money off
Oh yeah, I was
the
about to
shows
say
and
I
everything.
most definitely can transition out.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
that's what I'm saying. It's like you're like, yeah, I'm ready to, or not ready, but I want like or yeah, I'm ready to do that. But then
In
like
a week?
when the negative shit happened, it was just like, yo, like that is the other side of it. Like it's not all great, like
Right.
you're saying. You know what I mean? It's almost like it's like vacation comedy. Like everything's great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shows here doing this, everything's amazing. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like it just like kind of brought things back to
I feel what
reality.
you're saying.
You know what I mean? Because sometimes you get too high on the hog, like, yo, this is, yo, I want to shoot content every day. I'm at the thing, and then you like, hold on, wait, it's still real life. Things are still hard. Obviously, that dude was going through something, and if you out there without like a plan, like you'll be going through something. You know what I mean? So like, keep it in perspective. Not that I was thinking about doing that. It was just like in that mindset, like everything was going so amazing. It was just like, ooh, it's not better, really. But it's cool that you had like the perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, life is life, and this is vacation. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is vacation. It's
Yeah,
work.
bro.
It's a workcation almost. You know?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. Like, okay, so the first time I went out there to do chocolate Sundays or whatever, me and my girlfriend went out there or whatever, and it's like when I went out there, I did chocolate Sundays, did my networking, you know what I'm saying, and then once that was done, then I did, we had a vacation. Like that's what it is. I'm out there like I'm a comedian. I feel like that people don't look at it enough as a business.
Mm-hmm.
Like we are a business. Like you have to clock in and out of this. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Like when you at work, you got to clock in, be attentive, be at work or whatever. Like me, I'm not somebody like it's I don't really like going to shows with a lot of people or like going to shows with people at all. Period. To be honest, I prefer to go because like I like to worry about when I'm at a show. I go by myself.
Right.
I don't have to worry about somebody wanting to leave early. I don't have to worry about somebody wanting to stay later. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
I can focus solely on my stand up vibes or whatever. But it's like, boy, I'm hot. I ain't gonna lie. I lost my train of thought on this. Give me 1 second.
You was rolling though. You was.
Yeah, no. I definitely was rolling. I just like boom, lost it. But no, yo,
Hey,
it's
it's funny
like
when you have like a
when
thought
I'm on
and
business time, bro.
yeah.
Like when I'm on business time, I'm on business time. Like, but that's what being a comedian is. Niggas got clocking in and out of it.
Yeah, look, I'm just going to when you have like a thought, it feels like you're chasing after like a car or a train or something, and it's like at one point you're at the same pace, you're like, I got it, and you're like, nah, that motherfucker's getting away. That
Yeah, fuck it. At this point,
motherfucker's rolling away on me, bro. I can't even. Nah, but yeah, nah. I feel like coming into the game, I was very much like focused. I feel like because comedy is so fun and it is like you're you're having a good time doing something that you love, and it can be viewed as like a hobby type situation. A lot of people
yeah,
approach it like that, and I feel like after a certain amount of time you start seeing the people who kind of differentiate themselves between like, nah, this person takes it real serious, you know what I mean, and treats it like a business, and everything is like important to them, and you just see they like move differently in the comedy game, and I don't think a lot of people recognize that when they first get in. They're like, "Oh, cool. Listen, I'm gonna just be funny. I'm gonna go here and do." It's like, yo, you gotta work it, just like you at your career.
yeah, bro.
You gotta
Like
work the
people
same
don't
way.
understand it. We don't have supervisors. We don't have managers, stuff like that. Like you are everything to yourself when you first come into this. You have to carry yourself, a certain way. You have to move a certain way. Like if I feel like what you said was accurate. Like you see people move a certain way after a certain while. I don't I don't see a lot of the people that I started like doing stand up with.
That
You know what I'm
sucks.
saying?
Yeah, no, same way, man. We had like a little group, we had a little clique, and we were going strong, man. We were going through, and we were supposed to do this show out of town, and I had hooked it up with the with somebody I was close with, hooked it up. It was at a club. It was going to be some club minutes, and you know how like them first club minutes when you're starting out is like, oh, that's kind of like a big deal. So I hooked it up for all of us, and then like come time to go, they were like, yeah, I ain't gonna do it. And so I hooked it up. And so he's expecting, two other comedians or whatever. And then I just like, oh, it's just, he's like, oh, I thought you were bringing, but he was like cool with me. So he's like, listen, I'm gonna tell you some real shit in this business. Just worry about yourself. Don't, like you're saying, don't, all this like going
I ain't
around.
gonna lie to you.
It's
I had
cool, but worry about yourself. And I was like, you know what? That's cool. Cause I could have like really messed you up, because sometimes people be upset about what you promise and then you don't deliver it.
yeah, but like, see, for me, all right, I feel like maybe, like, all right, boom. My point might have got misinterpreted, but I also have a point to say what you said. For me, I don't mean like I want to worry about myself in a sense of like I don't want to like work like with others and stuff like that. I mean worry about myself in a sense like I just like when I'm at a show, I just don't have to literally worry about what's like, okay, I came here with XYZ. I have to make sure XYZ is, I just like to worry have literally, I mean, I'm like one of the most like
Yeah.
team type niggas ever. I promise you. But that was to your second point. What was you saying? You had said something else too.
No, it's just kind of like what you're saying. It's like it's cool to have a team or
Oh
whatever,
yeah.
but worry about
Boom.
yourself in terms of like the hookups and all this. Like just
My
worry about yourself.
the first time. So okay, boom. I originally was supposed to have my first tour in beginning of last year. Me and Kadeem Richardson talked. We decided to combine ideas, and
Shout
we
out to
decided to make it a
Kadeem.
group tour. Yeah, Kadeem Richardson, amazing guy. That's right hand homie. But we made it a group tour, and we had some other homies on there with us or whatever. And long story short, basically the same situation happened at a club. We were supposed to work at a club, and they didn't show up. And like the last part of the tour, like they just like basically like ghosted us, like not yeah, basically ghosted us like the last part of the tour.
Yeah,
And like we had to like call, like call them some favors or whatever. And like, but one of the club owners who we have a great relationship with, he told us like, what I mean, like in this business, like you gotta recognize who takes this shit serious and who fucking around.
yeah,
Because if you keep the people that's fucking around with you while you trying to take it serious, nobody gonna take you serious.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? And like in you gotta understand like from the club owner's perspective, like you said, they're expecting three comedians. In their mind, they have this show booked, they have a host, they have a feature, they have the headliner. They could have just called in the guest spot.
you're right,
There's
right,
always somebody at the club looking for a guest spot.
exactly. Yeah, man. Nah, that's real talk. And the thing that helped me out was when I started producing shows. When I started producing shows, you start understanding what other producers are looking for. You're like, oh, this is why somebody only books like these certain people. You know what I mean? That's who they trust. And you know what I mean? You asking them to step outside of the comfort zone. Hey, trust me, when there's so many people who are untrustworthy, you know what I mean, who are
Yeah,
flaky. And it's like, yo, trust me. So it's like, how do you stand out? Well, you just got to be consistent, keep doing your thing or whatever.
yeah.
But it definitely opened eyes once I started producing shows. Oh, is that the little one or is that the girlfriend? What?
That is crazy. Is
I
that the
can't see
little
because
one
of the
or is that
bed.
the girlfriend is insane? No, that is not my 6-year-old, sir. No, that is not my 6-year-old,
No, wait.
sir.
First of all, for those of y'all who can't see what's going on, the angle right now made it so that I can't see on the slant whether she was
Uh-huh.
tall or short. There's a bed in the way. I'm just if you can't see what's happening, she's got a youthful exuberance too. She's a beautiful.
Hilarious. You are hilarious. But nah, bro. I feel what you're saying. But it's like I don't know. I feel like with me, it's like I'm very like my daughter is. I like to take care of the people in my life. I
Yeah,
like the people in my life to be comfortable. From my girlfriend to my daughter to my mother to my nieces, I like for them to be comfortable to a certain extent. And however I can help with that, I will. and I like to be in a position to help. And in order for me to do that, I need to put myself in like different rooms. I need to put myself in uncomfortable positions or whatever, like to put myself out there, right? So like, because we were talking about goals and driven and stuff. It's like even for me with Chocolate Sundays, like this weekend, like doing Chocolate Sundays, that was pretty. I was in a brand new like city. I've only ever been to LA one other time
Right.
before that, and go to LA and like I have a great set, and like all the comedians out there just showing love, bro. Shout out to Shang. Shout out to Shang, and shout out to the Botox doctor.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Sidney Castillo, James Davis, like all y'all, bro. Shout out to y'all for making Niles absent, most definitely, and again my homie Reese. But shout out to everybody for making my trip to LA as like comfortable as possible, just making a brother feel at home or whatever. But yeah, comedy, the Chocolate Sundays for me is like I see them clips online, bro. I want my daughter, like my daughter's on YouTube all the time. Like I want her to be scrolling and just like, whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh look, my dad.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It's like, oh, popped up. You know what I mean? Doing something
Like
good.
yeah. Then it's like I said, like she's involved with a lot with me. Like we did a commercial together that was like airing nationally, and like her teacher and her classmates saw it and was like, oh look, that's Ari. Like she's on TV.
That's awesome. Did she was she acting like she was on TV, or did she just take it in stride, just be like, ah, whatever?
Kids so blasé about shit, bro. It was like she knew it was a big deal because other people thought it was a big deal. So then she'd be like, "Oh yeah," she'd tell me like, "Oh yeah, let them know like I'm in the movie. Go tell them I'm in a commercial, Dad. Go let them know so they can react." Like
But
she
yo,
like, yeah, like she was like she wanted her fans.
speaking of which, how was the movie? Because I saw that you shot a movie. How was that? Did that come out
Oh,
yet, or is that coming out?
again, big shout out to Niles Abston, for writing, and shout out to Rory Wood Jr. for executive producing 98 Honda. That's gonna be my first like movie role that I participated in or
Oh,
acted in.
SAG
Uh,
eligible?
I'm not. No, not sure. I think this is the movie to get the feature.
Okay.
So then boom, that shit was fun. Niles Addison wrote the movie. His production company, if I'm not mistaken, is producing the whole thing. Um, or yeah, or his production company is filming the whole thing. Uh, bro, it was just like such a fun fucking time. I'm sorry, like that. Like I was out there. I went out to Boston for it, and I drove. I had just came back from performing in Atlanta. I just headlined in Atlanta, and I drove to Atlanta. So we drove to Atlanta. I think Thursday night, Friday or Thursday night, and then we drove back from Atlanta Sunday. Was here Monday. Monday night, I drove up to Boston so I could shoot for 98 Honda in the morning, and then Wednesday morning I drove back down to Baltimore because I had to do the YouTube brunch. I had to go to the YouTube brunch Thursday, and then after that, I finally was able to sit down and play Spider Man 2.
You still get the time in the game, bro.
Yeah,
That's that's
okay.
dope.
But
That's dope.
I actually just got back into gaming, bro. My girl got me because my external hard drive had crashed or whatever. So like I lost all the games.
Oh wow.
Well, like not lost, but I couldn't save them all to the PS5 hardware
Yeah,
or
look,
whatever.
this is a safe space, bro. Did you shed a little tear? Was it a little? Did you?
Nah, bro. You know what's crazy? All of it kind of hit at once because like, all right, boom. So just to back it up, right? Before like around when I met my girl, I was coming out of like a depressive type episode, right? So like me and my daughter's mom had separated. So me and my daughter's mom had separated. So like I had already like stopped gaming and shit because like a nigga was depressed. So
Mm,
like my headset broke. My headset broke. I ain't bothered replacing that shit. Then I was still playing the game. I just wasn't playing online because I ain't feel like talking to nobody.
mm,
And then like I know me and her or whatever. Boom. But like I still wasn't gaming or whatever. Then like my hard drive broke on a humble. Like it stopped cutting on. I'm like, oh fuck. And then I just never bothered to replace it. But it's like I don't know. It's wild. The more I'm growing, the more I'm learning, the more I'm evolving and like pouring back into myself. It's like I want to pour back into my hobbies, the shit that make me smile. And like my nigga, I not only have I been playing Guardians of the Galaxy for like the last 2 weeks, which is a very fun fucking game. If you didn't know, Mac, it's a very fucking game, very fun game. You play a Star Lord, and the rest of them are like support characters, but it's a very fun game. It's very long, pause, but there's been so long since like there's been like games aren't that long anymore. I feel like where you can sit and just keep playing it and playing it and playing it or whatever. But yeah, boom. So I played that and I got my girl hooked on the Sims 4.
Oh wow. So it's like a whole gaming household now.
In a way, because now my daughter is like entering her Roblox era.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, that's an expensive hobby.
Yeah, it's expensive my ass. I ain't buying no Robux. Won't get me.
You ain't get no Roblox. I see it and I'm just like, yo, I'm looking at the cost of the little game cards or whatever. I'm like, yo, I was like, they gotta be making money hand over fist. They like because all I hear is like kids, that's what I want. I want some Robux. Give me some Robux. Yeah. But yo, something that you said that was really that really touched me or not really touched, sorry, pause. But something that you said that really that I thought about was, like pouring back into yourself and whatnot. And then you talked earlier about being emotionally connected, like your daughter also being emotionally intelligent and everything. And I see something that you say all the time is like opening your third eye. So what's up with that? Did you do like some yoga? Have you done some meditation or whatever? Where'd that come
No,
from?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, they two separate things.
Okay.
So opening your third eye it's something. I'll back it up. So being emotionally like evolving or whatever, and being me and my daughter have a great emotional relationship, stuff like that. That's me understanding like how I grew up, what wasn't available to me, and also wanting my daughter to understand like she's always and like nobody can control her emotions but her, and it's okay to feel every one of those emotions, but you have to control them, right? You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
all those are your emotions. Opening your third eye is literally like, okay, boom, and just hear me out. Open your third eye, right? Just looking at this shit, right? Their spiders, house spiders, are only allergic, right? There are 5 ingredients you can use to get rid of house spiders, Matt. Do you know what they are?
No.
Hot sauce, shea butter,
Okay.
right? Edge control, the clear gel, right? Edge control, Laurie seasonal.
Uh-huh.
Open your third eye. Just think with me, Matt.
Uh-huh.
And blue magic.
Wow.
Right. Now hear me out. Do any of your white friends own a jar of blue magic?
Nah, man.
None. Right, exactly. Spiders aren't just dangerous, Matt. They're racist. Open your third eye. Keep it open.
I, just, I was thinking that they were white people, but I guess that could be like
Are they not the same?
I think not. What did it say? Spiders come around and like, yo, this stuff, this is too seasoned. I can't. Then why do they bite us? Why do they bite us? We're already seasoned. I don't understand it. Leave us alone. You know what I mean? But opening your third eye is up. And the reason why I caught on to it is because I'm like a certified yoga instructor.
Word?
So I did that, and I did like a lot of meditation. I went through a divorce and all this, other stuff, and during that, like a lot of soul searching. There's just something about losing or separating from a wife that makes you be like, maybe I should look at myself. Maybe I should,
Yeah,
look
niggas like, bro, if niggas gonna pay all this money
right,
just to not fuck with me no more, maybe
right.
I am the problem.
Maybe
I do
perhaps.
need. You feel me? Maybe I do need to fix some shit.
Maybe
Like,
I should work on some things.
yeah, like you know what? I'm gonna just take some time to myself. Go look at this in the mirror. Like, I
you
feel
know,
it.
you know what it is. You know what's funny though? When once you get divorced or whatever, because when you in it, you like, yeah, all these women, like, I don't care, I'm gonna get out here, and you get divorced, and then the first time you like try at something new, and then you get rejected. That's like, it's like, oh, hold up, let me rethink what I was thinking.
He said, "Oh no, let me. Hey, listen, I may overshot this one.
But
I
that's
still
no,
got
I
that
didn't
spot.
listen. I didn't go back to her. It was just like an internal thing because I thought I'm
Yeah.
about to be knocking them down, and then it's just like it just didn't. It went a little bit slower than I wanted to. The rebound, you know what I mean? I was
I
like, all
feel
right,
it.
I gotta fix some things real quick. Let me, you know what I mean? Let me organize some stuff here. But in doing that, I did yoga. I did a lot of meditation. And when you do yoga, meditation, all that type of stuff, it talks about your pineal gland and your third eye. And that is like what you're opening. And a lot of that is inward reflection and helping you identify what's going on with yourself. And because of that, you then become more emotionally aware and emotionally intelligent. And you're able to basically see within yourself and then also see like what's going on with other people too. So when you were saying opening your third, I'm like, yo, this thing is woke. This is, you know what I mean? Like, oh shit. Look, maybe he's a yoga instructor like me. And it's like,
Fuck
no, bro.
no. I just like the third eye just mean looking into shit into a different,
No,
giving you a
listen.
different perspective.
I like exactly what you're saying. I'm gonna try to open your third eye a little bit, and I'm gonna say to you, you should try some yoga. You should get into some yoga,
Fun
hit some
fact, Matt.
meditation.
There's a fun fact, Matt. When I moved into my first apartment, right? My girlfriend at the time bought me a 65-inch television. The
Mm,
65 television came with a host of apps on the television, right?
mm-hmm.
One of the apps was a home yoga app,
Okay.
right? I go out, you know what I'm saying? I go get me some new sweats and all that. I start doing yoga. I ended up locked in a ball until my girlfriend came back and had to help me flip over. Like, bro, I was stuck. I ain't know what was going on. I turned into a fucking tennis ball.
Hey, you
I had a
supposed to
dog. He
listen.
looking
You're
at me in the
supposed to
cage. He
start
like,
with
nigga, you all
child's
right?
pose. You're supposed to
Uh,
start with child's pose. You're supposed to start with the advanced pose.
hey, brother, they threw me right there and they said, you gonna sink or you gonna swim?
You just went to the deep
And I
end with it.
froze.
He's like, yeah, I'm about to hit this crow. I don't care what nobody say.
Nope.
No, but I would impart that upon you, and I'll tell you what. I don't. Do you have a ritual before you go on stage?
I used to. I used to have a ritual. I used to go to Northeast Market, get me 3 wings, fries, salt, pepper, Old Bay all over, ketchup only on the fries. To get a medium or a large sunshine smoothie. That's mango, peach, pineapple, and strawberry, and something else I think. And I would listen to 50 Cent. But now it's different. Now I just like I find whatever I find an album because
Mm,
for me I'm a storytelling comedian. I enjoy telling stories. I love listening to concept albums when like I'm going to a show. I love to hear a story being told. I feel like I wouldn't say if I had to name different artists, I would probably say Vince Staples, J. Cole, and Tyler the Creator are 3 artists like I listen to before I go to a show.
mm,
Because like their last bodies of work are all like they do a very, very, very good job of telling stories or telling stories within one overarching story
yeah,
through their music. So to be and like that's what I want to do on stage.
nice. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Your original ritual, I would have had the itis on stage. I would have fell asleep trying trying to.
That's funny because now I don't eat before I get on stage at all now.
I can't do it. I feel too lethargic if I eat on before I go on stage. I'm like, I gotta like chill out. Here's the thing. When I go on stage, I gotta be hungry. I gotta be hungry. You know what I mean? If I'm hungry, I'm out there like ready to go. If I eat, I'm like I'm gonna be lazy. I'm gonna miss a punchline. You know what I mean? I'm gonna miss an opportunity. You know?
I always say 220, 200, right? I got a thing no matter what. You won't get the same show. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if I ain't feel good, bro, you won't get the same show. When I get off this motherfucker, don't talk to me because I feel terrible. But when I'm on stage, same show. You get the same. It's like a switch. That's why I say it's like clock in, clock out. Because, like, get on stage in the zone.
Hey,
You know
listen,
what I'm saying? Like, I,
I'm with you. I'm with you, but sometimes when you clock in, you got to take a nap, like at work.
nah, I feel it. I feel it. I definitely feel it.
uh, but no, but also my music that I listen to before I go on stage, Victory Lap, is still in heavy rotation for me. Nipsey Hussle, I still I'm still listening to that to go on stage. It just I don't know. There's something about it that just like makes you feel like, all right, this is like accomplishment music. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel it. I definitely feel it. It makes you feel like you're doing something, like you're on your way to some shit.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah. So we're at the point now where we usually like to ask the blurting question, which is, what do you nerd out about? What is something uh that Khairy Creek nerds out
How
about?
long have you followed me on Twitter?
For a minute. I've seen probably, I think maybe a year or so.
Oh, okay. Oh, just a year. All right. Well, you may not know. Because like I feel like I've been real relaxed on Twitter like the last year or so. Maybe 2 years. But no, honestly, bro, I am a blurred at heart. I am a humongous nerd.
I
I
love
am
it.
talking cartoons. I read manga. I like watching anime. There are certain games I play that you probably have never played because, like, I don't know, it's just like little niche games. I am a really, really, really big nerd. Like, one thing that I've been like really enjoying because it's in like a real, I feel like a renaissance and a business boom. Wrestling. I am a really big wrestling nerd.
Oh, word.
Really big wrestling nerd. Yes.
Yo, I used to, when I was younger, be into wrestling, and then somewhere along the way I stopped, and I haven't been able to, like, somewhere along the Rock days, John Cena days, like somewhere along then, like I kind of stopped, you know what I mean, being into wrestling as much, and I haven't caught back up. Like, what is new? What's happening out there?
Brother, listen to me. This shit is crazy. All right, so boom. So now, okay, let me see. If I had to pick, so you just want the biggest things over the past couple of
Yeah,
years?
because I heard AEW is like a thing, and everybody's
All
all up
right,
in
all right,
arms
all right,
about
all right,
that.
boom.
And then the women are killing it right now. But Jade Cargill is like apparently like the
Is built like Jesus had a sculpting degree. Jesus Christ. Hair, Bianca Belair, Jordan Grace, buff ass.
mm,
All of them just buff and sexy as hell.
yeah,
Uh, shit. All right, boom. If I had to tell you wrestling over the last couple years, all right. You know CM Punk? No, you
yeah,
don't know CM Punk. You know CM Punk.
yeah,
You know CM Punk left. You know who John Cena was.
right.
All right, boom. So while CM Punk and John Cena was going on in WWE, it was you know Finn Balor.
No,
All right, boom. It was a guy named Prince Devitt, right? Let's just call him Finn Balor or whatever. Balor starts his group. It's called Bullet Club, right? This is happening in Japan while John Cena and all that shit going on, right? So, well, no, 2012. So like right after. Boom. So Bullet Club forms. It's the first group of American people in the Japan or whatever. Bullet Club goes on to become the one of the biggest. It becomes the biggest stable, most popular faction outside of WWE, and this is how popular it gets. WWE debuts as Shield. The Shield is Roman, Seth, Dean, right?
okay,
Boom. They come in 2014. They are like the young guys or whatever, but they're leading like the new. You feel me? Boom. Fast forward, right? Remember, Bullet Club started, then the Shield started,
right,
right?
right,
The Shield was Roman, Seth, and Dean, right? Bullet Club was Balor, but it had different leaders. So when Balor, AJ, and then it went to Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega had his vice presidents in the group or whatever, like his henchmen. Well, they was like a trio called the Elite. They the
okay,
Young Bucks, right? The Young Bucks, the Elite,
got you.
the Shield. Fast forward, Roman, Seth Rollins has won everything you can win in WWE. Dean left WWE, went over, became the second AEW champion. I think the second longest running or whatever. He travels Japan, all that. One of the he's like a fighting fucking athlete, bro. Roman Reigns has had the championship the last 4 years in WWE in one consecutive run. Never lost it. He hasn't lost or anything.
Oh wow,
Um, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, they teamed up with the owner of the Green Bay Packers' son, if I'm not mistaken.
okay.
I could be wrong about the team, but they own. I do know they own a Tony Khan. His family owns an NFL team. They end up buying.
Was it the
They end up
Jaguars?
yes, the Jaguars,
Yeah.
and then he ends up teaming up with the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and Cody Rhodes, and they start AEW, and they basically anybody that like got fucked over by WWE, not anybody, but like they became a competing competitor for WWE for a while.
So they're like the XFL of wrestling.
No, they're
Okay.
like the
I wasn't following then. I thought I was on board. I was like, okay, I got it. AEW started out with
oh
these.
yeah. You can say that. I just said no in the sense of like I don't feel like they're like the XFL to me is like no competition to the NFL, and I don't know if I should say that while I'm in entertainment, but like it's like very, very, very off brand, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, for sure. But
But like
AEW is not,
AEW is like,
because I hear AEW is very off brand. Like everybody's like shits on AEW, like that's not even wrestling or whatever. That's not even like real. Like like people think of it as like the XFL of wrestling. Like it's not.
I can see how you say that. Like, but for me, it's like
But you
I
don't
feel
agree.
like it's less of the XFL and more like I'm trying to think of something. It's more like shit, bro. Okay, do you watch Dragon Ball?
No, haven't watched Dragon Ball.
Damn,
I know
that
that
was a good
my
anime.
blur card might get rejected for that, but it's one of the ones that I just never got
Okay,
into.
boom, easy. You know, what if? You know the
Mm,
game. What if? Like, what
yeah.
if? What? That's what AEW feels like. It's more like a what if type thing, like a thing where anywhere anything can happen. Like, they got like Japanese legends. It's like have you ever? I'm trying to think. Did you ever play the game wrestling? What was it? Fuck, was it called, bro? It was a game where you could play with like all these legends of wrestling.
Yes.
That's what AEW is. It's like Legends of Wrestling, but they got all these new guys. It's a company started by new guys, and they brought in some old guys, and they all wrestling each other.
And this is like where they're trying to bring back Hulk Hogan and all this other stuff, maybe
No, they actually banned Hulk Hogan.
from WWE or AEW.
AEW, he's banned
Oh
from
wow,
AEW.
wow.
Yeah, then WWE don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
WWE don't give
it
no
seems like
fuck.
there's a lot to catch up with in wrestling. Like if I was
Yeah,
trying to get back into the storylines,
yeah,
I
fuck
would
Hulk
have a
Hogan.
lot to
Oh,
catch
you
up
don't know
with.
about Hulk Hogan being racist?
No, I mean, no, I remember that.
Yeah, he did a promo for the Royal Rumble. He said, "You never know, brother. I might have one more in me." And I didn't know if he was talking about the Rumble or another nigga. I didn't know what was happening. I felt very threatened. I know that.
It
Very
didn't sound
fucking
like it was
threatened.
an inviting inviting comment.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. But I just said that because that was one of the old names that I heard, like, oh, that person might be trying to come back and make a comeback, which is
Nah, like I tell you, like Sting is about to retire there. So
what about
Sting, Ric Flair's popped
what about the
in.
Rock? Isn't the Rock a part owner now? Like, isn't he taking over like Vince McMahon's kind of spot in
Nah,
WWE, like
not
as an owner?
really. He's just on the board of directors. Not more or less. Not. I don't think it's because Triple H I think is also on the board of directors.
Nah, but they're setting something up, bro. They gotta be
Oh no,
setting
brother,
something
you
up.
can't convince me otherwise. I feel like Triple H leaked all this shit about Vince. I feel like Triple H leaked it.
Yeah. Yo,
I wholeheartedly, he was like, because I feel like niggas been knew what was up with yo. They been stopped fucking with yo. You been sensitive about. Triple H started this shit called NXT, right?
right.
And this is like, could you say like, what do I nerd out about? Triple H started NXT. NXT is like the developmental version of WWE. For example, NXT originally is like where NXT is where they send them to learn the WWE style of wrestling.
Gotcha.
And then it's televised. You get to learn how to work the WWE style on TV. So now they're bringing in Triple H is bringing in all these big names from overseas, Japan, Mexico. You got Finn Balor, you got Andrade Cien Almas, you got Drew McIntyre, whatever he killing in the UK. You got Walter, Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, like all these international wrestlers, all these megastars in their own right. He's bringing them in, and the thing that he's doing differently than Vince McMahon, he's letting them keep exactly what brought them to the game. You keep your name, you keep your moves, you keep your ring style, do all that. Just learn how to do it on WWE TV.
Mm.
But when they went up to the main roster, Raw, SmackDown, when they went from NXT to either Raw or SmackDown, Vince changed their name,
Right.
changed their moves, destroyed everything about them, and made them start all over again. And then it got to the point when Triple H had a heart attack. Vince finally got his hands on NXT, fired damn near everybody, killed all the storylines, completely changed all the colors. Like he murdered what NXT was. And then what happened? After they hired Nick Khan, niggas dropped the tapes. The charges dropped. Boom. Triple H back. He get his creative control back. Then Vince forced
So
his bait back in.
do you think this whole thing is like because WWE is kind of like it's art, you know what I mean?
Oh,
They're
you
just
think this is a storyline?
like, is it all a
I'm
storyline?
sorry, sir. I'm sorry. Let's back this up. Let's focus on one main aspect, and
Okay.
and this shit, because you asked, is this a storyline? One main aspect here. Triple A, at one point, Vince McMahon had to resign because there were accusations leveraged against him, right?
Right.
He then forced his way back into the company by what was it, a board decision, because he basically said that he was going to sell the company and they needed him to sell the company because he was the controlling share.
That's right, because he was trying to sell it to the Saudis.
But he was thinking about it. But he has controlling shares, right? Hear me out. Now this is the shit. So when all that shit happening, whatever, what happens? They drop more shit. Now oh boom, he sell the TKO. Once they sold the TKO and they was about to try to push Triple H and all them out of there, whatever, they drop more shit. Now, even if you want to believe all this shit is a storyline, because I see your face, right? In these, just hear me out. In these government court documents,
right,
it states that Vince McMahon shit on this woman's head during a threesome. Sir, at what point do we pretend that that man?
Hey, do you think? All right, listen, we're comedians, so sometimes we say outlandish things. Do you think she thought it was a storyline, and then as soon as the little shit hit her head, she's like, "Hey, the cameras ain't on. What are you
Bro,
doing?"
I ain't gonna hold you. My whole thing, because Netflix doing a documentary. I want to know, are they gonna do like CGI shit,
right?
Or are they gonna do like the what's it called, the prop shit? Like it's gonna be prop shit on our head.
Hey man, was it clumps or was it watery? I just need to know what happened. What happened?
No. And did they keep doing it after? White people being some nasty shit, bro.
Hey, it is. It is like, what is going on? I've never in my life thought to combine those two things. You know what I mean? Like
I don't want to do nothing in the bathroom, in the bedroom. That's
if
nasty.
I'm clapping cheeks, I'm clapping cheeks. I'm not thinking about pooping.
What are you nerd about? No, but on a positive note, I am a very big Roman Reigns fan.
Okay.
I really don't want his title reign to end until it beats Hulk Hogan. And if he can keep the title, until SummerSlam, then he will beat Hulk Hogan's record. However,
who's his biggest challenger?
Codyrhodes, bro. Dusty Rhodes' son.
Yeah.
Do you remember when he was like in the group with Randy Orton?
Yes, that was kind of like on the edge end, I think.
When you stop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I a lot of people did. I get
like because Cody Rhodes was like kind of newish back then, right? Like he was just coming up.
Yeah, and now he's like Roman's biggest challenger.
Wow.
He dyed his hair blonde. He's genuinely like the biggest baby face in all of wrestling right now.
That's crazy where wrestling has come to. I'm interested to see if my son is going to take up wrestling. Like he's going to like it. Right now, he loves jumping on me like a wrestler and trying to tackle me. So I'm really interested because I'm not going to by myself get back into wrestling. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like there's an entry point. But if I have him, then I'll be like, okay, I'm back into it. Let's watch it together, son.
Can I recommend 2 matches? Just watch 2 matches. 3.
Okay.
3. If you can watch 3 matches, our friendship will be sealed.
Hey, okay? Let's do it.
Give me 3.
Let's go. Let's open this third eye and let's get into it.
The Shield,
right,
versus the Wyatt family, right, at Elimination Chamber 2014. Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre at Clash of the Castle. I think that was 2021 or 2. I'm not sure.
You said Drew Castle?
No, Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre.
Just put Roman Reigns Clash of the Castle.
Clash of the Castle. Okay.
Boom. And if I could pick the last match, it'll probably be it would be Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega versus Okada for the IWGP World Championship.
Okada. Okay.
Yeah.
I wrote it down.
It's that, but it has to be the last time they fought for it. Like,
what is there an order to watch these in, or does it matter?
No. None of those matches have anything to do with the other.
Okay. Bet. I'm on it. I'm gonna check them out. Hopefully you didn't get me hooked. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about anime where I don't feel bad that I haven't watched some things, because those seasons have so many episodes in them. And when you start I'm the type of, like, if I start watching one, I'm going to binge it, and I'm going to stay up all night, and I'm going to be tired for work the next day. You know what I mean? It's going to be a problem because I'm like, I get into the storyline. I'm like, oh, you know what I mean? And I'll get like real into it when I'm trying to like catch up on all this stuff. Cause I used to watch them when I was younger. So all that stuff is in there, but then all the stuff that I need to catch up on, I'm like watching and I'm like, yo, there's so many episodes. Like I'm going to be up till 3. I'm up like to 3, 4 in the morning sometimes trying to catch up on this stuff. And I'm just like, like knee deep in it. And this is what worries me about like trying to catch up on Dragon Ball Z. I'm like, I'm gonna be up trying to catch up on all of it. I should have did it when I was younger. I know, but
nah, bro, you can catch up. I ain't gonna lie, Dragon Ball Z is not as bad as the rest of the shit. Honestly, if we're being honest, newer anime now makes it so easy to catch up because like they have what's called they don't have what's called filler. Like
oh
filler
man, the
content
fillers
is
are
like episodes that don't really matter. But
well.
like now you got shows like My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen that has little to zero filler in the show. It's just like all like genuine content. It's so fucking good.
Yeah, but they don't have filler, but they definitely have fluff. And like where they have like the little
No.
insert
But
cards. I'm like, yo, come on.
It's wild. As adults, the fluff episodes is when I check out. That's when I go get something to eat. That's why, and I don't pause them either because like I know this episode about to be bullshit.
Right.
Hey, you bet I'm gonna run it through. This is my time. Get something to eat. Get ready for the good shit.
Yeah, you keep your ear out. You know what I mean? And then like if something happens and you're like, hold on, let me go rewind. What happened last
Just
time?
a little quick. Just a little quick run back.
Yeah. If the flashback wasn't enough, I'm gonna run it back and catch all the things. Yeah, I'm excited about My Hero season 7.
My Hero season 6 for me. Okay. Dragon Ball Z, the Namek Saga is probably the greatest piece of anime. I love it, top to bottom. It's such a great example of all the characters use all their strengths. It's like such a well-written piece of fucking art. My Hero season 6 is like the Namek Saga for My Hero for me. Everybody had a chance to shine. There was like real life consequences. You felt the gravity of the situation. I'm excited for season 7. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, listen. Here's the funny thing about My Hero. When it first started, it was cool, and it first starts out kind of very like kiddie, like childish a little bit, and you're just like, okay, cool. Like I'm gonna keep watching it. It's like a fun concept, you know what I mean? And then as it keeps going, it gets a little bit more raw, gets a little bit more real, and then it gets a little bit more real. And then by the season, you're like, yo, this is okay.
Right, because it got so playful at one point, but now it's like heroes are dying in the streets, cities are being leveled, casualties are through the roof, my
and
nigga.
It feels like season
and I'm
7.
like, yes, give me more.
It feels like now we're in the stride where it's like, okay, you're about to see some people that you've been watching for years get it.
Yeah, they about
they
about to catch something in the streets.
Yeah,
but, I appreciate you having me on, brother.
Hey man, I really do appreciate it as well. You coming on here. Look, we could nerd out for like a whole nother hour about all these different topics. I don't want to keep you too much longer. You gave me the black. I gotta go, so I gotta.
Thanks for respecting the light.
Hey, absolutely respect the light. Hey, listen, let's get up out of here, bro. Yo, tell the people where they can find you next and what you got going on next. Anything that you want to plug to the people.
I want to say tomorrow catching Little Italy in Baltimore. Little Italy performing for Don't Tell comedy. That's gonna be pretty cool. Don't Tell Maryland. After that, I'll be in Pittsburgh, Black History celebration at the Arcade Comedy Theater. After that, I'll be in Delaware, then Philly, then Baltimore again, then Boston for 2 days. I gotta get my promo out, bro. Yeah.
He's everywhere, and I hope that we can help do that. We're gonna be chopping this up. People are gonna see the clips, of what we do, and because really, what I want to do is just highlight, fatherhood and Black fatherhood, especially, but all things that have to do with that, and get to talk to different parents and get perspective on that. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to change the narrative, make sure that people know, hey, Black fathers out here. We're doing things, we accomplishing things, we're doing amazing things, and we're raising these kids. Right, but we also have lives of our own, so you know what I mean. You've been doing all those things, so I definitely had to talk to you. We never got a chance to have rap for a good extended period of time, so I'm super happy we got to do that, man. It's been a pleasure, yo. Khairy Creek, bro. This is the man right here. Look, we went through it all, man. We talked about wrestling for a good long bit. We really caught everybody up on that. We got into a little bit of anime. We definitely opened our third eye. So I don't think there's anything left to say here except for blurt that out.